fashion or another. And one of these teams, one of the ones that I would probably, feel more comfortable betting on for the spot on it. But let's see as we get ready to head into this game at
Hmm.
number 3, and I believe all 10 heroes already smoked out, heading across the map. See what happens here.
It is time for the final match of the night. Here
Dun,
we
dun,
go.
dun.
It's a long one. We've made it here. These players, they want it bad. They don't want to go home. They don't want to be done yet. We still got a couple more days of Dota. They want to be here for it.
True.
And to start things off here, we got our classic scouting of the wards in the mid. Doesn't look like anything's been figured out quite yet. Just a high five, a good luck handshake here between Arzen and King RD. You love to see it.
That's what you want to have happen. Yeah, I mean, I think that the other thing to think about more generally and how these teams are approaching this, um, in a way, it feels like for Wolf Team, they already had felt so bad about dropping down to the lower bracket, and it feels like they've kind of finally got their feet back underneath them here. I wonder if Mad Kings, there were moments where they could feel that victory coming, and were like, "Hey, we might actually be able to do this." Get a little bit too far forward in a couple of these fights, end up pushing their advantage too much, and get punished for it. For now, at least Pablo, though, is just going to run right in. Big old axes run through everybody. Tabo brought down somewhat low, but the Heavenly Grace, it won't end up mattering. And just a full-out brawl. Pablo, does he die? Oh, hide away, but there's nowhere left to go. And instead, it's Tabo that gets first blood.
Did he
Mr.
fairy
King
fire?
Ao cleans this one up.
He fairy fired and salved at the end there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so expensive. That hurts.
Yeah, that one hurts. Man. So what is that then? Wolf Team get 1, and then Mad Kings get 3 bounty runes, but they also give up the first blood.
Well, and we're just we're back at it again in this top lane, huh? Omni and Luna doing their thing, battling up versus this time a Beastmaster and a Clockwork. So last time a lot of lanes were just getting pulled apart. Pablo was just grabbing with the Marcy, pulling the waves off to the side, and now camps are blocked, so we're just gonna see that again here as well. Both supports just running.
Yeah, they know what they want to do. And it does look like Pablo's thinking about doubling up this wave here. This is interesting. Yeah, you can't draw aggro there, buddy. Okay. Not sure what's going to come out from that, but we'll see what the final setup looks like once the lanes beat each other. And in the meantime, in the mid, Jackie Tokyo takes a couple of tower shots, a third there, actually. Wasn't able to draw off that aggro, but still playing up in the face of DK. 5-3 so far versus 2-3.
Intimidation factor, showing that the tower shots don't matter to him is the plan right now.
Love to see that. Secures that? No. Can't quite get it. Duster gets the deny. 0-2 so far on this this Omni Knight. But you can see that across all the lanes, things going pretty freaking well, most especially for Adrian down bottom, who is going to have a good time here, right? Like, anytime you've got a Warlock in your lane, you're just going to spam out the heals. Very hard to deal with.
Yeah, there's a chance that you could die at like maybe level 3 on the Tiny if they go for some sort of a Ava, Toss, and Soul Assumption combos, but overall, I think it's going to be relatively all right.
No. Right, and it's the type of dynamic where if you do manage to all in, you can maybe kill, but any of like the slow, steady burn is not going to be as effective.
And if you miss out as well, of course, then you're going to have the meta turnaround potential as well with a 0 armor support, which can be kind of scary.
True.
And, also extremely low armor core hero at this point before you have the Gravekeeper's Cloak. And he's actually going to start that bullying right now. You can see that damage. Whew.
Yeah, it hurts him pretty bad.
Oh, damn, he just lost his
Still
wand,
the battles. Up top. They try and turn a little bit onto Arzen. Catch there with the cogs. Double axes go back the other way, and as soon as the axe charges are on him, they get taken off again. Nice answer from Duster there with that Heavenly Grace on both of them.
Oh, that's actually really cool because, like, I mean, the Dispel doesn't actually matter that much, I don't think, but getting the bonus strength and HP regen per debuff is pretty annoying. Like, you actually don't even want to hit them with the axes.
Yeah, it ends up being pretty hard to deal with. Definitely.
Oh, that's so annoying, actually.
You can see Ember still standing pretty effectively in this lane and out CSing 40R. Will still need to eventually probably make some rotations to help out these other side lanes, you would imagine.
The classic.
Particularly if Luna.
The enemy mid rotating versus Dragon Knight. Is it worth it? You know, how much tower damage are you going to take? Is there a position for this game that can come and really hold that tower? Not really, unless it's going to be Pablo like pulling the waves with Flare, maybe.
Right. Yeah, it gets weird otherwise. That rotation in towards mid from Mr. King Ao. Tavo still sitting here and actually appreciating that solo experience, it looks like, down bottom. Already getting up to level 4, and with Warlock Terrorblade, you can't really push the Visage out of the lane. At least once meta is used.
And every level mattering so much on the Visage this early, because like you want to get the Grave Chill up, but you also need that Gravekeeper's Cloak. You're starting with the assumptions of the earlier part too, just so you have like some bit of threat. We've seen some Visages skipping Soul Assumption for a while. It's not necessarily always going to have it this early.
Up top, good damage onto Arzent. Very annoying to deal with this one, as he is solo in this lane. And it's Pablo that's rotating mid on this Clockwork, trying to take over for a second, while Ember had to head all the way back home. And yeah, eventually comes back out to the lane. Give Pablo a little bottle charge on his way out.
Yeah, I didn't actually see how he wound up going all the way home. I guess he just saw it as an opportunity. Like, he was still pretty good on his regen and everything.
Yeah.
When I could tell, he just saw like, oh, I'll miss like one creep and I'll get this much value. Then I'll be prepped at level 6 for potential rotation of the kill, maybe. Wants to be fully juiced up at 6 minutes, too.
Bit of a slow start to this one. After the one kill early, it's just been all trying to outlane, outskill people. And the main person that's been hurting through all of this has been the Beastmaster. Very few last hits, has to deny his own boar up top. And every time he's left alone, he just can't do anything. But Pablo has to rotate, try and secure these runes.
And we're just seeing ourselves with a TV versus Luna starting pretty early here.
Yeah. Oh, DD taken by Mr. King Ao. Well done, well done.
They even had the scan up top, too, to show that the Clockwork was there. So they know that he's still hanging around in that area. It wasn't like wrapping around behind or something.
Well, Adrian going to try and get some good damage onto this tower, since Tavo hasn't quite hit level 6 yet. As Metamorphosis wears off, he's going to leave that one to be. And to be honest, once 6 comes out, Adrian probably wants to leave this lane. We'll see if he decides to stick around longer or not. But it could get a little bit testy. Like, you hit 6 on Tavo, and particularly with a Tiny right here, they could make something happen.
Yeah, that's what they're waiting for. That's why he's giving him all the XP. You can see it's not split the same. I'm mad.
Yeah, and they move on in, find RM. He's dead. They might get more. Oh, they miss on the toss back, though. That's one of those things you got to be aware of for Mad Kings.
Yeah, it's a lot of XP early for a Warlock. But, you know, TV always happy to head to the jungle, I guess. So it's, you know, not the worst deal compared to other carries in these situations. But they had to get that toss back. There actually was a chance of a kill with both drops still being available right now. And they're bringing the DK. They are taking this tower. They're saying, we want this thing down now. They're running in behind. They're making sure there's no TVs. He didn't even need to come down here. Now ADR is turning this into a bit of a gank at this point, hoping that he can actually find the TB because he smokes up. King already smokes him from behind. They're going to run through the illusions and run into Adrian now.
I mean, I feel like this doesn't work.
No, body blocks now are in too.
Yeah. I mean, to me, that almost looked like it was just a moment of, okay, well, we're down here. We might as well. Oh, no, Adrian. Dude, he just walked right back into Mr. King Ao. I guess that without a DK nearby, they can't go for anything there. 8-minute rune. It's a regen.
Oh, my God.
And they'll sneak that one away. But, yep, Terrorblade down underneath the tier 2 tower. Has stick charges. Wants to live. And actually is going to be able to. In fact, it's Tavo. He's the one in trouble.
He got the
They
XP.
get the finish onto him. And the Sunder. Nice.
How much damage did he just take from the tower? 819. Okay. I was going to say, I don't think they really hit him.
No, they really did not.
Interesting.
Well, yeah, a little bit back and forth when it comes to some of these calls here. But you can see HFN, after Beastmaster is getting that level 6, decides to leave the lane as well. And this is going to be the Helm of the Dominator done. Ooh, and finding a troll right at the start. That is super nice.
All right. I mean, Hawk's in behind on the tower. Gives you the knowledge that there's not really anything there to contest.
Gets brought down very low. TP's back home, but wants to Remnant in for round 2. Pablo still underneath and getting away. But it looks like they're going to be fine.
Ooh, great ward in the mid lane as well there from Mad Kings. This gives you so much information. It's fine, like the couriers coming in, going back out, showing where people are in the fog because of that, who's still lurking around, showing the Omni Knight rotating back and forth through there.
Well, stun is there for round 2. Avalanche tries to interrupt. Couple more punches. The Flame Guard. It's enough. EDR gets the kill.
Guess the ward wasn't enough, huh?
That's not. They bring him down. Very frustrating to deal with. But as we said, Arzent, with that troll creep, does manage to take down that tier 1 tower. Pablo,
who is this Luna
Mr. King out. He's actually dying to the tower. He's dead.
HFN
that was not
here.
the thing he thought it was going to work. And 3 points in upheaval means they're very slow, but they still kill Pablo, and he just walks right into him. The rotation, HFN finds a DD rune, and Remnant forward, tries to catch him. No points in the bolas, so Searing Chains was not available.
I'm still not.
All right.
I'm so surprised to see HFN and Adrian here. This is not the usual stuff, but I mean, the catapults here, they're trying to do Visage and Birds right now because they're in the mid lane. So like it was daytime, like Luna's joining, that was kind of cool, but now she's back to the jungle. She had a DD. I wanted to actually join in, and I guess no one's getting a tower after we have like 10 heroes mid. Is that what I'm looking at here?
I guess so. It's a little bit strange. Arzent might lose his creep if he's not careful, creating all those skeletons, tries to punch into him, does some good damage. Isn't going to be enough. They've got Roar available, but Arzent, he's just going to die. And he loses his creep along the way. Maybe not. Okay, upheaval. Upheaval.
I actually can't believe I just lived.
What is happening, Trent? What's going on?
Upheaval is apparently the greatest spell in the world. That's. I mean, who didn't know that, frankly?
True. Yeah, seeing it maxed out. Who needs Fatal Bonds?
The other interesting thing so far this game, too, is Duster, he skipped points in the Hammer of Purity this time. I guess because he wasn't trading as much as compared to like versus Pablo's Mercy last time. And the earlier levels in the heals have done quite a bit of work. Like that pure damage versus the Ember of the mid was one of the reasons why they got that kill. Because he had level 2 already on Purification, where usually he was stuck on like level 1 earlier because of the Hammer of Purity. And even the turnaround on the Beastmaster too.
They thought about dropping the Golem, but instead just drop the Upheaval. You're not going anywhere, ADR. He is stuck in the bog. Everybody's going to be so slow. HFN showing up, TP's into this one, but the Golem is there. He waited on it for so long. Immediately kills him off. Tavo's got a run hook shot in. Pablo, he's caught them all. Oh, the pushback on the cogs. It all starts with the Upheaval. The greatest spell in Dota 2. Unreal.
I rue the day that I see a Warlock do this because like Fatal Bonds is so insane now, level 1 with the 6 targets compared to how bad it used to be with like the scaling and everything. But this is just looking crazy. The buffs are working.
It's actually working.
All they had to
Max
do was give damage too. Yeah. Everyone was like, you know what? Damage? I like damage.
So it's what, 90 damage?
Eventually. Yeah, per second.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. I mean, there it didn't do that much, I don't think. You know, well, I did 850 total. Yeah, I guess it did a decent amount.
It's so nuts. Jeez.
So that was a
this fight. Yeah, and I mean, that was Eclipse used. Granted, Golem being used means there's a long window where Warlock only has the best spell in the game, but you know, that's fine. And I love the fact that Adrian is showing up this early, like you were talking about. This is that old school like style of Terrorblade that I feel like we saw before, where you just get a Dragonlance and you go play with your team a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense with the player that we've seen so far. You know, much more willing to be in these situations. Jachi Tokyo up top there as well. Has the help of the Hawk here. Gives him the confidence to keep diving. And he is just not giving up.
He's dead. Arzen, the one that gets the kill, and now having all these creeps here, they're ready to start beating on the tower.
Hawk is insane. Like, at the end there, Tiny just couldn't even see him. He couldn't even go for a tossback play or something. And then Jachi Tokyo is just, like, watching him from above the whole time, making it so simple. They have a Hawk up on the high ground there, too, in case someone rotates from there. Perfect placement here, making the game nice and easy for Arzen. And that is a tier 2 of 14.
Ready.
No, they're not ready right now. They're losing their jungle. And they definitely are threatening Roche. They have meta in 5 seconds. They're going Roche.
I mean, I don't even know if they need the meta, to be honest. You've got the Vlad stun for Arzen.
Timing syncing up like this, just, right, I love the meta. Pop that meta. Just take it. Take this Roche away.
Dude, big stuff. They have Golem back up again soon, too. But yeah, I guess the idea of being able to just like hold on to the map after this, at 14 minutes in, they're going to take so much map control. It's interesting, though, because if you look on the net worth graph and everything else, still heavily favored into Wolf teams' point of view.
Oh, the win percentage? The game's a believer, huh? It sees that Midas on the DK, and it's like, oh, yeah, that's paying off.
I think also, yeah, the experience differential is the other big thing that's going on here, where you've seen a lot of 5-manning around the map by Mad Kings. Will that come back to haunt them later? It's a 3,000 gold lead, but XP going very much the other way.
Wow, Pablo going for the drums on the Clockwork.
Yeah.
That is interesting. I mean, you have a TV, you have Beastmaster, you're going to have a crazy amount of attack speed. We got drums on both sides, so the fights are going to be fast and to a sweet beat rhythm. But that's like no early force staff, right? So he's fully dependent on his hook shot and his cogs push back for mobility.
Mr. King out, tosses in. They find their initiation. The Golem dropped down for round 2. That seems a little bit exuberant.
This guy loves upheaval.
Yeah.
I don't need Golem.
Apparently not.
The birds, they're coming. I'm surprised they didn't just stun him.
It is nighttime. They do a lot of damage. More than double damage. Wait a minute, though. They have to come back to deal with this. Up on the top side, Tokyo just moves on in, and that tower down to below half HP. But Tavo does get the mid-tier 1 tower.
All right, so if I'm on Mad Kings right now, I'm thinking about my Helm of the Overlord, which is done, just finished up now, and I'm thinking about my Scotty for Adrian. That's going to be the other big one. I feel like Jachi's BKB, that will be coming eventually, but that's a pretty big jump from there, and he's kind of happy to play around. But I feel like the Scotty's a realistic, like, next big fight scenario. This is not going to be a high ground Aegis. That would be, I mean, maybe it is, I guess, if they win some crazy fight, but that would be probably a little bit too rushed at this point in the game, I'd say.
Yeah. That's true. Could turn into something like that Huskar game that we had in game number 1 if they do get an opening here, though. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, stalling out, trying to farm up, take over where they can, and build into those BKBs, as well as the Scotty like you're talking about for Adrian, who does have his second component completed.
Yeah, it's neck and neck here. Everyone's sort of matching their opponent in the in the game. They're all just paired together across the net worth chart here.
Yeah.
And because he's going the Midas into the BKB build for ADR though, it's gonna be a while before they can actually start fights well on their own terms. They can only play counter initiation right now. Ooh, a smoke! That is aggressive. Smoking right outside the base.
Ice Fire Bomb. They're ready, but they don't have Golem. But instead, they find the Tiny. Pablo backs away for round 2, but they pop meta, ready to go high ground. Rooted with the bolas, and that upheaval catches Mr. King out. He's dead. Can they find anything else for round 2 of this? I mean, buildings being hit.
It's an
Chokio's
arcane
still
remember.
feeling fine.
Yeah, he's got a lot of damage. Gotta watch out.
ADR, he can't really do all that much. Pablo gets ran at by the Visage. It's nighttime. He's doing a good chunk of damage there with those birds, but HFN dropping down lower and lower. This meta ripping him to shreds. It's not quite enough for the final kill.
Chachi.
Adrian, he's going to have to turn, and yeah, dude, they've got him. This upheaval on the birds. Tries to go for the double stun, connects it onto both of them. This is a full Rax taken, but isn't it enough? Gets the sleight of fist, but dead.
What's he
45
doing?
seconds on the sideline.
He's the ultimate space maker, dude. He knew. He's like, I'm gonna die, but you guys get the buildings.
I mean, that is kind of wild.
It seemed a little unnecessary.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Jeez.
Okay, so far today, I've been watching these games going, man, I kind of want to play Omni Knight. And then I just saw what happens whenever I play Omni Knight, because I know this other feeling. Sometimes you get the games where you're owning. You have this sweet partner, and you guys like stomping the game and crushing. And you have games like this, where he's sitting on the high ground, he's healing this guy, he's heavily gracing that guy. He's like doing them perfectly timed and everything, but it doesn't matter because he's not, they don't have like the full turn, you know? They don't have enough damage to make these saves, these heals actually turn around any sort of a fight. It's just delaying the inevitable.
Radiant are
Yeah.
scanning.
The strength that they had there. And I think part of it, too, this Warlock is really a problem. Like, we've been joking about upheaval, but it legitimately has been wrecking faces.
King RD's Blink Dagger.
Oh, this is pretty good. But the Golem to turn it. Hook shot in. Finds one. Duster in trouble. Can't cast a spell. Throws out that Heavenly Grace finally. And actually, they do manage to kill off that Clockwork. So 1 for 1 so far. We're going to move on in for that Sleight of Fist. Almost enough for the kill to get him there. Now the turn onto DK. He's dead. This is not going to be enough with the ulti. HFN, he's got to run. Get the hell out of here. Tavo's bird is gone. And Wolf Team, the pack gets eaten up. Tavo tries to hide. He's going to go into his stone form, but they're waiting. They're trying to give him a high five. And that is going to be another one dead. Pretty as can be from the Mad Kings.
Oh, man. You know, I can actually give you guys a replay of the comms here if you'd like. All right, we're fighting guys. We got to fight them now. They have nothing. They have nothing. Initiate. Golem. We lost Rax without them having Golem? Like, you know?
Yeah,
they got upheavaled on their high ground. They come in for this fight in the mid lane, and then the Golem drops. After a great initiation to start, this was the blink reveal from King RD.
Dude, this is looking rough. The smokes.
These smokes. They're
he
devious.
Knows, but the toss back, I don't know if it's going to matter, dude. He's got Sunder. Just Sunders walks away. Why not?
Oh.
Mr. King out dead. Hook shot, pushback.
Kill the buildings.
Get the heck away from me. This is going to be a second set of racks. The Beastmaster paired together with the Terrorblade.
Dude.
It is way too much physical damage, although can they get out with everybody else? Pablo is just going to run his body in. Knows that he's dead. Remnant forward. Oh my god, have they gone too far? They give up 2 for the life of their Terrorblade. And will be happy to get away with at least
geniuses.
The other 3 heroes intact.
They're actually just mathematicians. They're just doing the ups, the downs. They're calculating everything, and they're saying, "Go feed. It will be fine." The drums on the Clockwork. It's all coming together. This is what they're doing. They don't care. They just want your buildings. They are inner beasting you. They are upheavaling you, and they're just pounding the drums while TV just takes it all.
Damn, dude. This is one of those moments. I mean, both teams just checked Roche right now. It's still 30 seconds before it's even capable of respawning. I just feel like it's been such a chaotic game. They're just...
It's a fast one. I don't blame them.
Yeah. It's only 22 minutes in, man. Well, just like that, Mad Kings on the verge of moving on. Only a couple of games separating them from going to TI out of the Division 2. Could it happen? Could it be possible? Are Wolf Team going to be able to outlast this onslaught that's been coming their direction? They need more time for their heroes.
Well, now a smoke up. They don't want to give any time. They just want to win. 1 minute till the Roche. They're going in. It's a 9-second BKB on Ember, and that's what they see first.
Dude, they find him right away and immediately break that smoke. I mean, interesting things that are coming out soon, though, here, right? Like, for Wolf Team, this last hold that they're going to have is probably going to be the best version of a hold that they'll be able to do, because they're going to have BKBs. They're going to be defending high ground.
Yeah.
Wraith packs there. All this stuff is going to come together.
They did just see that BKB get delivered if they were looking on the Luna. I mean, she's also showing on the waves now anyways, it doesn't matter, but she was farming Ancients when it got delivered, so they're going to know that's up there. She's running through it again.
Previously, Mad Kings, they got over exuberant. We'll see if it happens again. Toss back the Terrorblade. He's all alone. Is he going to be in trouble, though? It doesn't look like it for now. The Golem, it comes out in time. The Sunder, it's there. Might it be enough? Runs through, Remnant onto everybody. Jackie Tokyo just trying to be a madman right on top of all of them. Jump forward, but look at it. He's dead. Adrian takes him down. And 40R trying to get out of there, but there's nowhere left to go. The Scotty Sklo comes out. The Sleight of Fist, even the Hurricane. Get back, we're not done with ya. And HFN dead for 35 seconds.
Upheaval in 8.
As they finally kill him off. Unreal. Dude, there's pings on tier 4s.
I mean, I don't see why not. Okay, maybe I do. That sounds a little insane. Someone said the same thing.
Somebody wanted it.
Someone else was like, no. Guys, come on.
Whoever's ping that was, they might have just saved them from throwing this away. Because I think you run in there, you probably just lose the fight off of that. But they can go back and try and get Roche now.
It's a great reward. It's our shard. I know. It is actually 24 minutes, guys. The pace this has been heading. And that could be a Demon Zeal here. Perhaps they'll reward Dear Red Monster with a shard.
Ooh. The dream.
Pablo
Scouts a couple of them. Pablo thinking about going. There are birds in the way, though. Nighttime. Tries to get it. Lots of damage out. Lots of aura. The glaives are bouncing, but look at the freaking damage coming out from the Ancient Black Dragon
burning.
With the upheaval. Dude, they're all stuck in the upheaval. Oh my god. The upheaval's doing so much. The roar on HFN. He's going to start to fall. He's gone. Everybody caught. Dude, this Warlock is insane. Ultra kill.
Shut it down.
Jackie Tokyo. Run it down mid. Stick a fork in him. They're done.
He just look at him walk. Look at his face. That's the face of a warrior.
Real RM playing the Warlock, and the Elephant Charge comes out. They know it's their time now. Nowhere left, and Wolf Team, they will be defeated here. They can glyph all they want, but this one's done. The mass tips onto King Ao, onto HFN. Mad Kings, Trent. Mad Kings. They're going to close this one out here. GG.
GG from HFN. Throws it out there. Lots of love between the teams, of course. And the Mad Kings. You know, those teams in the upper bracket, they send them down. And then Mad Kings, they just take them out. They just say, you got every single team, they're sweeping them off the ledge. Next one down, keep it going.
That's crazy.
They're just going to keep this rolling, huh?
Apparently. I mean, dude, what a freaking wild game. RM, my MVP, no doubt.